The next experiment in our chemical wizardry class is to make a bouncy ball. For this experiment, you're going to need a kit. And in the kit are two sand-like polymers. And this is actually some of the same ingredients that you use to make the glowing slime and the flubber-like PVA slime. There is a little red mold in the kit, and to make the ball you're going to need to press this together until it snaps. Make sure it snaps. If you have a hard time getting it to snap, take some tape, just a little piece, and put it across on both sides so that it doesn't open while you're making it. That's the only complaint we've ever had about these, is that sometimes kids don't snap them all the way till it clicks and we get it leaking. So now what we're going to do is we're going to open up our baggies, and usually there's like a little place to open these bags on the side, which will allow you to tear it open, or you can use a pair of scissors. The ball advertises one bag makes one kit, and that might be a little bit of a stretch because sometimes it spills when you're making it. And what you want to do is pour all of the sand into the mold. You can use the two colors and go back and forth and have, like, this one would be green, then pink, then green, then pink, or you can do half and half, or however you would like to do it. You could even take both colors and mix them into a cup first and then pour it from the cup into here. Now, do you see my finger moving on it? What I'm doing is I'm tapping it so that the sand chemical settles in the ball. Otherwise, you get air pockets and the ball doesn't form. So we want to tap it every so often. This is very important. So fill up that ball all the way. Even too much. Too much is better than not enough. Because if you don't fill enough of it in there and you don't tap it, it's going to be flat at the top and you're going to wind up with a ball that does not bounce. So this is what the full ball looks like before I spilled some out of it. And actually that's pretty good right now. It has to be all the way up there though. Even take your other finger and just push it into it a little bit. You notice for this experiment and the one that I'm going to be doing right after this, I'm wearing some old clothes, and that's important for some of your experimenting. You don't want to ruin your clothes, okay? Especially ones that involve food coloring and stuff like that. Okay, so we're going to now pour or place the ball in a regular cup of water, and I'm going to kind of give it a little help by holding it in there, and we want the ball to sink. If the ball floats, it's because there's an air pocket in it and you didn't tap it enough. So you might have to do that some more. And for this experiment, I actually did have a whole packet left over. I'm making just one solid color. So it's up to you. You can probably get 2 balls out of 1 packet. So now it's in there, and your instruction guide for this, which is in with your ball, will tell you how long to keep it in there for. It says 2 minutes. I think a little bit longer, up to 10 minutes, would actually be better. So I'm going to turn off my player, and I'm going to come back a little bit later and show you what it looks like when it's done. And we're back. I've had the ball in the water now for about 8 minutes, I'd say. I'm going to take it out. Oh, it's kind of like fishing. Well, that ball is just not wanting to come out. There it goes. We'll use a spoon. And now we're going to put this aside for a few more minutes. Okay, so at least 2 is what your instructions say. Probably a little longer will help. It will be wet when it comes out, and to open it, all you'll have to do is pull these apart, pull your little handles apart, and then kind of use your finger and pull it out. Okay, so that'll be in about 2 minutes. So I'm going to turn off the player again and come back to our ball. And we're back to our ball. It's been several minutes. We're going to carefully open the ball. And we have what looks like a green orb in there. And we can pull out the ball. And you notice that the top part is kind of sticking up still. That's because I put a little bit too much in there. Better to have too much than not enough, though. This is a little bit sticky still, but we have a ball that bounces okay. If you want your ball to last a little longer, put it in a plastic bag so that it doesn't dry out. This is not like the ball that a super ball that you would buy in a store or somewhere like that, because those are made with different chemicals. Okay, we hope you enjoy your bouncy ball of science.